Technical skills can only take us so far, but as we ascend the career ladder, the demand for soft skills becomes increasingly evident. Soft skills encompass leadership, teamwork, ability to collaborate effectively to achieve results. Employers seek and businesses, they seek candidates who bring much more than just technical expertise. Recently, I heard of a job candidate who was rejected solely because he was perceived as lacking confidence. So why is confidence relevant to an accounting job? The employer said he wanted someone that would take charge effectively. Well, so this obviously it has become a matter that is important for us to discuss. And that's why we are dedicating today's discussion to soft skills and how we can apply it in our workspace. Our aspiration is that following this webinar, we'll be equipped with a deeper understanding of the essential soft skills required, and also we aim to explore strategies for developing these skills to empower us to advance and excel in our careers and our individual lives. Our distinguished speaker for today is none other than Mr. Umar. He's a seasoned chartered accountant with over a decade of experience. His passion for growth aligns perfectly with the essence of this webinar. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome Mr. Umar as we discuss soft skills in management, in financial management.
Thank you, Bolanle. Good evening. And if we are inside the hall now, physically, I would have looked behind me to see who you are introducing. But we are not in the physical space right now. So thank you once again. And it's supposed to be a discussion session, but the expert that was supposed to be here is not here yet. So I'm going to start the discussion. And I hope that other experts here will contribute to this discussion, because it's not meant to be a teaching session, but rather trying to explore and see how we can learn together, leverage on our experiences. What is a practical session? So I'm going to share the slides, and at every point in time, you can just raise your hands, type a question, the suggestions, what you think, that should be the case from your experiences. You can just type your experiences on the chat box. We expect to have more people on this call based on this topic, but we'll just go ahead. So my name is Umar Ota, and I've been in finance for up to 15 years now. I've done audits as a senior auditor. I've also worked as an accountant in marine, done audit for oil and gas, real estate, then also worked with development companies in terms of what you call NGOs. So anyway, I've done quite a lot of jobs in financial management, both private and public sector. And in the course of my work, I've realized that your technical skills are not just enough. At a level, you begin to leverage on your personal skills to navigate job environment, to talk with clients. There's some clients, I remember a client one time, I sent my staff to go and see the client. So throughout that engagement, I did not show face in the office. The client was furious, angry. Why wouldn't you come to my office on one day? Who are you? I said, my staff is competent enough to handle that job. As in, the staff did the job well, engaged the client, finished everything to the end. But the client was not happy because I did not show my face in his office on one day. I had more of meetings online with him. I'm like, I'm not even in town to come to your office. So we need a lot of personal skills to live with our clients, our customers, our staff, and our colleagues in the office. So I'm going to look at, first of all, let's understand what soft skills are. And I expect you to share your own opinions too. Please get your pen and notepad. We'll do a practical session in the course of this discussion. Then also look at soft skills when we compare with hard skills, and how we can leverage on soft skills in financial management. All right, let's just dive into the discussion now. So what are soft skills, first of all? For me, it's an umbrella, used to describe any non-technical skills used in the workspace. It's not only workspace, actually. It could be in your environment, in your church, in your mosque, in your social life, any skill that is not technical. We just call all of them soft skills. And I'll look at them from three perspectives. First of all, what we call people skills, skills that basically has to do with you and people, maybe your colleagues, maybe your associates in an association, in the church, in the mosque, in a club, how you live with other people. Those things are people skills. And your career attributes are skills that help you to climb the ladder in your career. Skills that you can leverage on. To be an expert, not just in technical area, but also to get promotion, to get good appraisals. All those skills and attributes are things that help you, in your career. Then we have social skills, social graces, the environment, social life, in your estate, in clubs, associations, how you relate with other people in social life. Those are social skills that we can look at today. So get your paper and your notepad and your pen, write this down. Just draw 3 columns. The first column, people skills. Second one, career skills. The third ones are social skills. Now, what we'll be doing later on, as we're discussing, try to be listing out your people's skill that you have. Don't be shy. I'm not there. There's no marking scheme. Just do this exercise with us together, and see how, because there's no need coming for a webinar that you go back the same way you came. It's good you go back with something, a new knowledge that you can learn and share with your colleagues in the office, with your staff. So just get paper, a pen and a notepad, and list out, as you're talking, be writing down your people skill under the column for people skills, career skills, and social skills. Just be writing them. If you don't know what they are, I'll be discussing some of those skills. You just notice them, just write them down. At the end of the session, before the end, we'll look at it together and now see what we are doing. So these are attributes and qualities of a human being or individual that enable him or her to interact with other people effectively and harmoniously. So these skills enable you to interact with people in your workspace, in your environment and the likes. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's look at, first of all, different soft skills. I'll just put them into categories, but there are so many of them that we can think about. So communication is important. The way you speak, the way you write, the way you present, the way you listen, they're very important. I remember my former job project I was working on. We did this slide. I and my colleague were doing a presentation with our partner, so we did some slides. So when we are presenting that the first day, when it got to my turn and I did my presentation, my colleague came to me and said, "Uma, why are you doing this? That you make all our slides look at old people's slides. As in, my slides are just very simple, very unique, and very recent. So they're using the old PowerPoint, designs, in their slides." And he was like, Kai, that he needs to change all his slides for the next day before he climbs it, because you look like a fool when I present. So how you present information is a skill, actually, that you can also use. It's very important to understand that skill. And yeah, I have my senior colleague in the call. At one point or the other, I'll make him a co-host now so that I can come in, interject. Uche Carlo, welcome to the call. You're not a co-host, so you can unmute at the point and also contribute. So we have courtesy, manners. It's an error to employ a professional who lacks character. Big error, So manners are very important. Business etiquette is very important. Gracious, please, thank you. Be respectful to people, even your junior colleagues. Just as in the way you talk to people in the office is very important. So don't think because you are the Oba of SAP or you are the all-knowing of Oracle on a vision, you are the best in stage. They can't do without you. Payroll master, without you, if you cough in the office, they will shiver, But you lack manners, guy. One day, as in, you understand that your whole expertise will take you nowhere. So I move to flexibility. Continue, don't be so rigid as a finance person, as in try to adapt. Don't say this is how we're doing it all year long, all life long. Guy, there are new technologies now. there are new approaches, there are new policies, new ways of doing things. You can't continue in that your old virtual system or in that your old payment system. Try to adapt to changes, be a lifelong learner, as you can adjust, be teachable, accept. In fact, some companies prefer to employ someone who has a teaching spirit, that wants to grow and learn and has good character, than someone that is Oba of something and cannot be moved, Mangzion, cannot be moved or adjusted, So it's very important to be flexible in your work, in the workspace. Try to find new ways. Don't tell your colleagues it is the way you must do it. This is getting tough and tasking. Find easier way to ensure that operation is also being done well. The integrity is very important. Under integrity, we have honesty, high ethical standard, high morals. You have personal values. Personal values. I remember a story I was told one time. A girl went for NYC. She said that in her NYC, or in the bank, sorry, that she will never sell her body for a promotion. So before she said that work, she said it, that she can do anything she can do in life, but she can never do that thing. And that was her personal value. So when the managers came calling, the sharks, the wolves of the industry, she stood her ground. She lost promotion. She was transferred to a local area in another state, but she stood her ground. So you need to have personal values, right? What's right is important. These are your moral standards. These are your values that will uphold you and make you stand. All right, so let's proceed. We also have the personal skills. You're a nice person, sense of humor. Don't be the accountant that will just be fanning your face. When they bring voucher to you, just fan your face and keep the voucher. I used to tell my colleagues, see, if you don't have any pressing work, pay people their money. Don't say, it just came now, how will I pay tomorrow? No, when they say 30 days time, if you have a very strong cash flow management system, you can say, okay, in 30 days time, we'll use this money, invest it. Then let's say we invest turnaround time, we get paid by our customers, use the money and invest. After 60 days, we'll not pay our vendors. Fine. But there are no such policies, there are no such cash flow management system. You need to even make payment for those in projects. You need to pay money to make your reports. You need to spend, you need to have a burn rate. Don't say because the payment came today, it will stay for 2-3 weeks before you pay. Meanwhile, you can pay any day. So as in, be friendly, have empathy, have self-control. Don't let your anger overshadow you. As an accountant, a finance person, as an employer, as a manager, don't allow these things, because people and money are very, very, as in money with people. So someone told me one day in Port Harcourt that accountants are very stingy, that when they apply for loan, we will not answer them. But if it's our own loan, we'll treat it as in ASAP, So don't be that accountant or that financial person that is very, very, let's say you have a wall of Jericho around you. Be sociable, be warm. Let people come to your office, and I didn't say you should be loose or be smiling. Of course, I know we're not very good people with other departments, but try to have that social skills that enable you to have, be patient with people, be friendly with people, have a sense of humor around yourself. Then positive attitude, be optimistic, encourage people, be happy. Bluntly mentioned in the beginning of this session that somebody lost job because he was not confident. As in, they want him to take charge of the department, as in take charge. So he lost the job because he was not confident. So have a positive attitude. Can this be done? Don't say no. I will think about it. I will see what I can do. I'll do some research. Don't just say it can't be done. It's impossible to be done. Try to find, okay, just give me 2 days. Just give me 1 day. I'll look around it. Be optimistic in your career. All right. So now have this appearance, this appearance that shows you as a finance person, be business minded. Don't just wear polo anyhow and walk into the office or to your client's place. Have business meeting standards. We have dress culture, be a professional. That's the idea. I've done audits for over 8 years in my career, and I've seen finance people in their offices, as in, when you look at them, you just wonder, if I had seen them before I went to school, I want to say accounting. That's the truth. So Try to be a professional in your work, in your speech, in your dress, in the manner, in the way you compose yourself, in your appearance. They say you are addressed the way you are dressed. It's very important. And take charge. Be responsible, be accountable, be reliable. Get the job done. Don't give excuse. Don't push job. Accountants can push job. Finance guys can push job. Don't push job. Take charge, have common sense. Common sense is not common. Don't say it can't be done, or I can't print this thing, I can't do it. Think, use your head. All right, I'm rushing to get to somewhere. Teamwork is very important. Be cooperative, agreeable, supportive, helpful. And I'm going on this way because I've asked people these questions before on interview panel. What are your soft skills? And they don't even know. I've asked people who have worked before, and I was shocked. They don't know what is soft skill. I said, okay, and I give them soft skills. Do you have any personal skill that you can use while working? So it's good you understand all these skills and plot yourself, map yourself, and say these are the areas that the skills have helped me in work, and have good work ethic, willingness to work, loyal, initiate. Don't resume work today. You want to overturn your line manager. You want to be the next boss. Be patient, be punctual, be on time. Don't give flimsy excuses about work, very important. Now I'll pause here. Let me see if there's a contribution from Mr. Uche or anybody on the call based on what I've said so far. If I go into the practical session, any contribution, support? Yeah, Mr. Uche, go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Ben. Thank you. Like Mr. Ben has been saying, soft skills are those things, those skills you cannot go to school or acquire in any way. Those are the things you can develop for yourself that can create a niche for yourself, that can take you from the present position to another level, that can, see you as being outstanding from another person, which you have to develop for yourself. For instance, you are in the office, somebody is looking at you differently, be asking, what kind of quality does this guy possess that I do not possess? For instance, two of you might attend the same interview and the other person will be selected. Probably you'll be thinking, this guy knows this more than me. It's because of the soft skills he or she has developed over the years for herself. So they are very important in our day-to-day job, more especially as professionals. We need to exhibit such skills so that people will be seeing you as real professionals, not man-made professionals. So before you now go into hard skills, which you need to sit down, learn, and acquire to enable you do the right job you're supposed to do. Because in soft skills, like I said, you don't need to go to any place to acquire it. It's something you develop. Look at your manners. Look at the way you relate with one another. Look at how you involve yourself in a teamwork. Look at how you interact with your co-workers. Look at how you interact in your organization. Look at how you interact when you find yourself in a team. So those things that brings you out are your soft skills, which you really need to identify as a person. It's not someone else that will come and identify your own soft skills. You need to identify your own soft skills. Or sometimes you ask yourself questions, what are my soft skills? What are my soft skills? How can I identify such skills? So that people will see you as real professionals. One thing is for you to acquire education. Another thing is to develop yourself, moving from where you are to another level. So, Mr. Ben, you can go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Just to add also, sometimes we do a lot of eye service. And let me tell you the truth, eye service is very easy to spot. So soft skill doesn't mean you start doing busybody in the office. for you to be known. No, but to just be yourself and change. This generation will call it our demons. Our demons are after me. No, look, cast that demon away. Change your manners and the way you behave. Don't say that my demons. That nobody has demons in them. All right. So when we look at hard skills, there are specific abilities, capabilities, and skill sets that you can possess and demonstrate in a measured way. We can learn them, to help us to perform our specific job tasks, So those skills that you learn from a training, from school, those are hard skills. Let's look at both soft and hard skills. So one is technical, while one is personal. So I'm an accountant. I have technical skills in bookkeeping, data analysis. I can do vouching. These are technical skills I've acquired. I can do payroll, but also my personal skills. I'm patient. I'm easily approachable. Those are personal skills. So while you can quantify hard skills, you can quantify soft skills. While you can measure hard skills based on tangible results, you can easily measure soft skills based on tangible results, or KPIs. Now, hard skills relate to specific tasks or situations, while the soft skills relate to a whole lot of situations, HR manners, the gate man, a lot of issues, how you answer a question, how you reply an email, they're all soft skills. So hard skills are specific teachable abilities. You can teach somebody, these abilities, while soft skills are developed. Either they're inbuilt or they're developed. All right. Either they are follow come from birth, or you develop them by, working on yourself and changing. Now let's look at project management as a hard skill. What do we need as soft skill? They're negotiating with the team, with the agile team, or with the using Scrum Master platform, or traditional project management skill methods. How do you negotiate your way around the project? Let's look at programming skills now. I can program. I'm a developer. You need critical thinking. You need to think of logic. What will I put here and get this result if you're a developer? So you need critical thinking skill as soft skill. You're into social media marketing, technical skills. You can learn that one. How to do your funnel, sales funnel, how to get your leads and the rest of them. You need to be creative. You're not creative, you cannot do, even if you've gone to school or gone to online courses on Udemy and the rest of them, EDX, to learn how to do marketing on social media. If you're not creative, you cannot succeed in that business. Or you're a bookkeeper. You can use QuickBooks, Xero, Sage, FreshBooks, and the rest of them, but you don't have good work ethic. You don't know when to report on, as in a lot of us are working online, but you're not online. You're still working hybrid or remotely. You can't on your system by 8 a.m. and log out by 5 p.m. You don't have good work ethic, then you don't have a good soft skill as a bookkeeper. Then you are into lead generation, a marketer, talk to people, get leads, and you don't have courtesy, you don't have manners. How will your leads stay? How will you convert your leads into customers? You can't do that. So, or an auditor, you don't have independence as a skill. You are easily swayed by emotions. I took a course one time with some LGA, auditors, government auditors, and I asked them now on independence as a topic. If you are carrying out an audit and you realize that you are posted to an LGA, that the LGA chairman is your in-law or your uncle, what will you do in that audit? A lot of them didn't answer that question. So once your independence is impaired, you have to what they call it, you have to disclose that, and declare conflict of interest in that audit. So independence is a very good skill you need as an auditor. So when you are working, look at your technical skills and measure them against, okay, I have these technical skills now. What are the soft skills that I have, right, that can help me navigate my work and to do better in my work? So let's come back to our assignments before we close today. Please bring out your notepad. At the beginning, I told us to write these things down in 3 columns: people skills, career skills, and social skills. Let's identify them and see, okay, what are my people skills going forward? I need to know them. I need to know what they are. how to use them on people. I'll give you a small story. When I was in audit firm, my second audit firm, we used to have one man there, chief, was our tax go person, as in any tax issues, he goes to tax offices and resolve the issues. One day, the partner of the firm, who happened to be one-time ICANN president, we drove down to tax office to have a meeting with either the controller or somebody. We got to the gate and we are told by the gate man that we can't enter into the gate. We should park at the road. We're like, do you know this man? This man is a then ICANN council member. How can you tell him not to park inside the FRS office? The guy said, sorry, there is no space, you can't park. So we parked outside. Then our colleague, the chief, now drove his car to the gate. As they saw him coming in, they opened the gate for him. He told them, do you know who this is? My boss. And we all drove into the FRS office that had no parking space, and we parked there. I was like, this guy, what he just showed was what we called social graces. Social grace is something you need as a person. It can unlock any place you can enter. On that story, I'll give you again. We were at Le Meridian Hotel one day in GRA. A guy was trying to set up a business venture, a very big park, in Port Harcourt then. So he called a lot of young guys together at the poolside for a meeting. He now said we should introduce ourselves, who we are. So from around the table, we had a lawyer, we had a lot of people, an event planner, we had an architect, we have a surveyor, different professionals. We got to my turn, I'm an accountant. My job, my role in this venture is to do the business plan, cash flow projection, drop the strategy for getting a fund, capital funding, general management of the finances for this project. It was a very big project then, but it didn't come to life finally. So we now go to one guy's turn. The guy said, my name is blah, blah, blah. What do you do? I am the man with Sabi. He said, what? Among the table, he was the only one that said he's the man with Sabi. Okay, what does that mean? He said that he knows road in Port Harcourt. Anywhere we want to get anything done, he knows how to get it done. He knows people, he knows offices, he knows Nkoroways, he knows Lungu, he knows good and bad areas, he knows good people and bad people. Now this business need us to cover a lot of areas in Port Harcourt. And that was his job, just because he knew people around him. So we need to look at ourselves and say, what do I have that can sustain me in this office? We are 3 or 4 that does the same thing in the office. How can I, be better or improve my job? So get your pen out, notepad out, let's write. If you're ready, I'm ready. Please try and take this exercise. I will ask questions and I'll call your names. I'm kidding. Okay, let's go. Map your soft skills. So first one, write it down on the column you think it belongs to. Is it a social skill? Is this a people skill? Is it a career skill? Write it down. I've done my own already. I'll show you my own. Where does it fall into? Social, people skill, career skill, or social skill? Just map it there. Please, if you're a professional on this call, you want to make a comment, just send a message and Blanley will pick your name and give you a chance to talk. Okay? If you can't hear anything, please check your mic connection. Maybe you're not connected. Check your mic connections. Can you all still hear me, please? Someone should please speak. Blanley, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So I guess those ones, they can't, please advise them to connect. Adeleke, Juliet, and Yuan, they should connect their audio. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Communication skills. What does it fall into? People skill, career skill, social skill. I've done my own. People skill, career skill, social skill. Next, people skills, career skills, social skills. How to resolve conflict. They should connect their audio on Zoom. There's a small icon by your left-hand side down your device. Connect your audio. The next one is creativity, people skill, career skill, social skill. Just be writing them. Just drop 3 lines on your notepad. The heading 1 is people skill, next column career skills, and third one is social skills. Critical observation. Is it social? Is it career? Is it people? social, career, or people? Emotional intelligence, people, career, social. Ah, some boss, no emotion at all. If you are sick on your own, you must deliver. In fact, I used to pray for, when I'm getting a new job, I used to pray, please, God, give me a good line manager and give me good subordinates, because they're both very important. So if you have stubborn people under you, or yeah, it's your case. So, right. Now, this one is I like this one. Energy management. Energy management, I will explain later. You know, when we talk about time management a lot, you can't manage time effectively, actually, because time is 24 hours. Time is 24 hours, and you just have 24 hours a day. But your energy can be managed. For example, I'll come in two ways. One, if I'm more productive in the morning hours, I will not spend my time on Facebook or social media or WhatsApp. I will be productive from 7 a.m. to like 3 or 2 before I will check my messages. If you are productive in the morning hours and you are checking messages in the morning, I will do something else that's not important. By afternoon, you are down already. You've not managed your energy very well. The same applies to our age. Check what you've done when you are a younger person. You can't do them now because you are aging, right? So you should learn how to manage your energy very well based on the time you have, 24 hours a day. You have 100 years to live on earth. Learn to manage your energy when you are in your peak. All right. Next one, it's a personal skills. People, career. This one is simple now. Leadership qualities, people, career, social. Positive attitudes, people, career, social. Problem solving, people, career, social. Problem solving, people, career, social. Resilience, tough guy. You are tough. You firm. You stand gidigba. People, career, self-management, time management, energy management. What is self-management? People, career, social. Social graces. People just like you, as in you have favor before man and before your enemies. Just have favor. You go to any of the government offices, they attend to you easily. People, career, social. Social intelligence, excuse me. People, career, social. Teamwork. Thinking skills. Are they people-oriented, career-oriented, or socially oriented? Time management now. Time management. Willingness to learn. Hope you are writing. I can see you. I have spiritual eyes to see. Hope you are writing. Please take this exercise serious. It will help all of us to improve the way we work. Work ethics. That's all. Work ethics. So let me just give you like a minute to just go through them. One of these must fit into each of those columns: people skills, career skills, or soft or social skills. Sorry. Okay, let me show you my own results. So look at your own results. There's no right or wrong answers, right? But just look at my own results and see if it's what you've written and in the way you've mapped it out. If you've mapped these different soft skills into different categories of soft skills we're trying to explore. So let me show you my own. I've mapped my personal skills as social intelligence. Is that one incorrect? Is that one correct? Social intelligence. That should go to social skills. Emotional intelligence, yes. How not to be offended by some annoying colleagues. Communication skills, positive attitude, teamwork, problem solving. I don't think it's correct. Self-management, willingness to learn, fine. Thinking skills, fine. Resilience, fine. Emotional empathy can go to people's skills. Yeah, I think it should go to people's skills. Let me change it. I think it should go to people's skills. Yeah, this one, empathy. Career. No, people. Yeah. Problem solving. I think we can even have one in both places, though. The way I'm seeing it. Can do this one here. Creativity is fine here. This is fine here. This should go to social skills. I think so. I think so. This one should come to career skills. Career and people. Please, people also. When you give people time, be there on time yourself. Don't disappoint them. It's very important. Problem solving. Social graces should go to social skills. Social graces to come here. Correct. Okay, I'll give audience to anyone who wants to speak to this my table. What do you think about my table? Work ethics cannot be here. Pilode should be here. This one, am I drinking kunu when I wear this thing? Okay, I like these ones here. Physical observation, conflict resolution. Okay, somebody asked, what's the difference between people's skill and social skill? People's skill, the way I say it, relates to you and people around your work environment. You know, the way I define it, right? Around your work environment. Social skills has to do with outside work, the society, you know, how you resolve issues around you, occasions around you, associations around you. Career skills has to do with your career growth yourself. What are the things you need as soft skills to grow? That's the way I see it. You know, except someone has another opinion. For me, people's skills around my work environment, you know, how I work with my colleagues in the office, teamwork, communication with people, around empathy, you know, me and people, all right? Interpersonal skills with people, but social skills have to do with your environment, you know, your social life, associations, events, you know, they can call you now, they can see and say, in this estate, this guy is very good at resolving disputes. Let's call him. You know, it's a skill. Some people have been given chairman of an estate because of their skills, how they think, how they observe, how they resolve issues, how they lead people, you know, in the environment. They've been called to serve in that environment based on their skills. So please, if anyone I want to contribute, please go ahead now. Go ahead. Go ahead. Anybody want to contribute to this table? Anybody? Anybody before I move on? So who can give me who can just speak to their own mapping? Who has done something and want to speak to your own mapping? What have you done?
Hello, Ben.
Yes,
Hello,
go ahead,
Ben.
sir. Go ahead, sir.
I think time management can also be under career skills now.
Okay, yeah. Yes, it's there already. Is there.
Time management and communication skills too.
Okay.
As well as teamwork.
Teamwork. Good. Perfecto.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's fine. Somebody's asking, is social grace is a skill or something that comes naturally? Yes and no. Yes, it's a skill, though. You have to learn it, though. Some people learn it, some people develop it. Some people just natural.
I'm also looking at conflict resolution too.
As career or people?
Career.
Now lawyer.
Yeah.
Is it a lawyer or a judge? Anyway, let's put it there. There's no right or wrong answer.
Yes, because like leadership qualities can also suit under career, can also suit under people's skills.
Okay, it's expanding now.
Leadership quality.
Okay, so that question is still on my mind, as in social graces. I said it can be developed. They're also natural, right? Natural in the
Yes,
sense
which
that some people.
means
Go ahead,
social
sir.
grace can also be under people's skills as well as social skills.
Okay. So social graces. Okay. Who else can share their own what they've written? Who can share? Just let us know. Who can share? Bolanle, your hand is up. Go ahead.
It's a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, based on an experience, recently I went to an office. My purpose of going to the office was to take a ledger. I just needed the ledger, but I met hostility. Like I was shocked. From the first person I met, I was just being tossed around, and then the other colleagues were saying, they're even attending to you well. Oh. If it was other people, they will never attend to you. To cut the long story short, I could not get what I wanted. I had to call my boss. My boss had to call their boss before they eventually, and just when the two bosses spoke, the thing came out in few minutes, like almost immediately. They just printed the thing and gave it to me. I was wondering, what could I have done? Like now I know that these people lack all these skills we're talking about, but me now that is supposed to have some soft skill, which soft skill would I have used to be able to get that thing without necessarily having to call my boss?
This one does not go without fasting and praying. There are a lot of tough people, right? How do I even start? How do I even start, first of all? I don't want to go back to how the environment has been. First of all, is it a conducive environment to co-work? Does the environment create environment for teamwork? I see a lot of things going on already, because why can't they give you a ledger? Do you understand? So there are a lot of things that are already foundational issues that are already in that organization, because if it is mandatory or a requirement to give you a ledger once you go there, why can't they give you a ledger? Do you understand? Can somebody more elderly answer for us, please? This one pass my own skill. I'll come back to it, but let me just hear from the audience. I'll come back to that one. Let me hear from the audience. One, you need patience, Bolanle. You need patience, first of all. You need patience to work with those kind of people in your office. That's a skill that you need. Not to get angry, right? Not to get angry, to maintain positive attitude at all time. You understand what I'm saying? You can even feel, okay, you can even say, okay, benefit of doubt, something is wrong somewhere among them. How do I now resolve this issue? So patience is there. Emotional intelligence is there also. Positive attitude is also there, is also there. And also do the right thing by talking to your boss, who talked to their own boss, and you got it. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's more like having a very nice strategy to get what you want without having confrontations, right? So the route you went was correct. Strategy is important. Patience is important, to have patience. Also to have positive attitude is also important in that kind of dealing, that kind of environment. That's why I think what I would do is what you've done. Leave them, don't quarrel, be patient with them, then find a way to get what you want from another source. All right. But I think underneath the foundation is not a conducive environment to have a very good teamwork. Who else wants to share what they've written on their own paper? Who wants to share? Please don't be shy. It's a conversation. Who wants to share what they've written? Okay, someone said you need to know the exact person who has the documents. You need to go to that desk, be nice and polite. Yes, she has been nice, polite, but they said no, they can't give it, or it's not available, or they made her life difficult for her. People are just very mean. Have you not seen this? Have you not seen this this series on YouTube? This on Arrival, Charity, what's that? Okoro, Hope, and Francis. Those guys. Have you not seen them? You will say good morning, ma. That's problem. Good morning, ma, is a problem. Some people are just very mean in the office space. That's the truth. Okay, we are all shy to share what we've written, so I'll proceed with my discussion. Since we are all shy to share what we've written, we have a few minutes to go. Please, okay, let me make Mike a co-host, so he can unmute himself. Mike, go ahead, please, unmute and share what you've written.
All right, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
For me, under people's skills, I have cognitive or emotional, conflict resolution, interpersonal skill, leadership, resilience, and teamwork. Then under career skills, I have communication skills, customer service, creativity, critical observation, positive attitude, problem solving, then thinking skills, willingness to learn, work ethics, and time management. Then under social skill, I have emotional intelligence, energy management, social graces, social intelligence, and also time management.
Thank you. Please, can you share this with me later on WhatsApp?
Okay.
Let me add to my slides on that perspective. I think I like the way you arranged it. One more question, Mike. Let's say we're an interview panel right now, and I'm your interviewer. So, give us an experience where you are faced with an issue in the workspace and you applied one of your people's skill to resolve that issue. The ones you've mentioned just now.
Okay. I'll give you a life experience.
Go ahead,
I
please.
came into the position in 2017. Naturally, the person that came in, that I came to replace, the expectation of those that were there was that they will be promoted to my position. But so they weren't promoted. I was rather employed to fill that position. So I was greeted with a lot of bad blood. And then there's this, they're angry with the system, but then the anger is not towards me because I was the one to lead the team. So what I did was I tried to understand what was happening. And when I got it, so I didn't attack them or give orders as it were. I rather went on a personal note, trying to find out what everybody's doing, because I found out that my own appraisal was based on whatever they were doing. So if I force them, they can go wrong, and then ultimately I will go wrong in terms of how the management will view what I have done thus far. So I went beyond their person. I started asking questions about their family because most, I think, one was a male, about 4 of them were females, and they all married. So what I applied was, one of my skills was I tried to go into their own life and then see how they are doing, how the children are doing. Sometimes I visit them on their birthdays. So I found that gradually they were aligned to me, and then those errors just came down. They now started buying into me. Instructions were no longer hard facts, and then they're not hitting me as they were hitting, because you just see resistance coming left, right, and center. Then another thing I did was now to go to my boss and then ask for promotion for them. I didn't ask for promotion for myself, but ask for promotion for them. So ultimately they were promoted. And then what my boss did, I don't know, secretly, he told them that I was the one that requested for their promotion. So all of them got swayed off their feet because they found out that I should rather be asking for them to be demoted or stayed. So when they saw that their promotion came from me, it just softened everybody's heart. And then the unity and the teamwork we needed in that department just worked on. And then, so I was able to resolve that conflict. In fact, as a result of that, I was promoted because my manager said that he liked the way I was able to manage the hostility in the department. And then she officially made me the manager of the department. And then she just left and was able to work from out of the country, since she found out that she had a good hand around.
That is a very, very good experience. And thanks for sharing that, man. It's really interesting, and I'm encouraged. And it will take me to my next slides. I think I'm encouraged, and somebody here is also encouraged as well. Thanks, Mr. Mike, for sharing. So I'll just jump this slide and I'll go to the next one. But our time is almost spent. Now let's come down to the business of the day, financial management. because you know this how companies, organizations manage their finances to succeed while ensuring compliance to policies, regulations, laws, internal laws, and external laws, right? So plan is important here. You plan at high level, then you also implement at the lower level. So you know you talk with the high managers or top management team. You also deal with the officers below you. So you need to manage those situations. So let's look at 7 to 8 skills we need, you know, as managers or potential managers, you know, that we need to succeed in our workspace. Okay, let's look at them gradually before we round up. So one is natural leadership ability. What Mr. Mike just exhibited was leadership quality. You serve others. You know, as financial managers or as those in charge of finances in companies, you do a lot of monitoring, monitor your team, you review tasks, review payment, you assess the team's performance, you mentor and coach them, you train and retrain. These are your normal work. But why not look at it from a leadership point of view? Motivation, inspiration, trust them to deliver, trust yourself, let them build trust in you also. Be trustable, you know. Instead of focusing more on the core technical skill as a financial manager, you know, you review tasks, monitor the team, assess their performances, mentor them, coach, train like me, keep training and training, you know, bombard them with training. But are you a motivator? Do you inspire them to grow? Do you inspire them to be a better version of themselves, to write exams, to do professional development? Do they look up to you and say, I want to be like this guy, this lady, this woman? Do you inspire them? Very important to possess that leadership quality, you know, to succeed in your work. Number 2 is strong work ethic. Of course, we know we are faced with financial reports always. As a manager or potential manager, you schedule projects, report on project delivery, burn rate, you know, you manage relationship with HR, with operations, with the technical team, with the engineers, with everybody. You draw up budget, you do all this financial management stuff you do, but you need to have stamina, because the truth is that you work late hours sometimes. You have to multitask sometimes. To be self-driven and focused and diligent in your work. Because to manage all this, your to-do list that I've listed as a manager, you need to have strong work ethics. Very important. Very important. As the soft skills you need to possess. The next one is your outstanding communication skills. You know, you liaise with colleagues, both senior and junior, HR, managerial staff, the gate man, the drivers. You send emails, you write queries, you answer queries, objections to audit queries, you know, you write reports, appraisals. These are your core job as a manager. But you need communication skills as a soft skills. Empathy is there. You need to understand things around you. You can be accessible. Don't lock your door every time and put out of bounds. Effectiveness in your delivery, and be an expert. As in, be an expert in what you do. Your communication to be one that they will not misjudge you. They will not, you know, they will not, how would I put it? They will not understand what you are saying. It's very important that you have that communication skills, you know, around you. Then aptitude for problem solving. You know your work as a manager is risk and mitigations, internal system strengthening. You want to block all the loopholes, make decisions, recommendations. Yes, those are the things you need to do, technical things you need to do as a manager. But how do you not make them work, you know, in solve those problems? Critical thinking is important. You need to think. Don't always say get consultants, no, you think. What is the solution? Analyze things, be strategic, absorb pressure, evaluate options. What are the options you can give them? Don't just write a mail and say, this will not work. Dear to who you may consign, this will not work. We can't take it in finance. No. What are the options? Give options. I worked in a project one time some years back where there were a lot of control lapses, and I was just trying to fight all those battles. But one thing they noticed that what each time I object to something, I'll provide solutions. I'll provide alternative ways of doing these things. Should we give this grant? I'll say it can't work this way. Why not explore 1, 2, 3 options? So evaluate options. Ability to give people options is a soft skill that you need in your workspace. Sorry. So the next one I'm going to discuss again is sorry. Okay, yeah, I went back. Organizational proficiency. All right. So of course your work has to do with record keeping. You keep files, documentations, schedule meetings, your calendar is always choked up, you flag emails, you flag issues, you keep tag on to-do lists. You have a lot of things to do. You need to be organized as a manager. Time management, your energy, resources of the organization, people management, file management, report management. You need to be an institutional memory. Institutional memory is when they call you any time of the day, you know what happened, you know what report to give, you have an answer. They call you for any issue around your environment, around your office, you have what to tell management at every point in time. You are a memory yourself. It's a skill. You can remember what has happened past 2 years, last work plan, last year budget, last year spend, last year sales. You know the trend, you know what happened. You understand what made your marketing to drop. You know what made your cost to nosedive or to increase. You should be an institutional memory. Those are the skills you need to be proficient, as a leader, as a manager in your organization. The next one is to adapt and be agile. Of course, you have to do with standards, IFRS, IPSAS, this one SARS, a lot of policies, internal and procedures. You need to know all the procurement procedures, all the regulations, all the acts, both external, both internal, code of conduct. You have a whole lot to deal with. How do you apply your soft skills? Understanding. When they change a policy or a standard, you should be able to pick it quickly and teach others. Scale down the knowledge. Don't hoard knowledge. Once you understand it, teach people. Learn, unlearn, have foresight. How will this new policy affect our business? How will it affect our cash flow? How will it affect our investments? You must have that foresight. As a manager, you must be able to understand how policies shape your decisions, how standards shape what you do, to succeed in your business. And finally, I hope so, because I'm tired. Technological inclination. Of course, you use softwares, data tools, spreadsheets, you use them. They will keep changing. They will keep updating them. So you have to be internet savvy, IT savvy. You have to become an automatic expert of new programs. If I give you Sage and you use Sage for 2 years, I move you to QuickBooks, you need to use that QuickBooks immediately as I run. Don't say, oh, I've not been trained. No, you should understand the basic component of a software. Be an instant expert in new programs and transfer the skills between programs. All right, so I think I'm done here at this point. Someone says, sir, please use your resilient skills, don't be tired. This is called practice what you preach. Okay, so at this point, our time is almost up. I will take questions before I conclude. Questions, contributions on the soft skills. We cannot exhaust this topic, that is the truth. We can't exhaust the topic. We are 1 minute behind time. So questions, contributions on the soft skills we need and how we can apply them in financial management in our offices. The whole essence of this is to take you away from accounting, from financing, from bookkeeping, from business, and focus on the skills you need, to progress in your career. That's the whole idea. So let's look at your opinions, your questions. I want to stop here. I want to go beyond this place because I was not going deeper into different areas. So let's stop at this point and take questions for the day. Take opinions, contributions from anybody. Mr. Dr. Uchoka is here. I like his contributions during the open mic session last week. So let's have him. He's now a co-host. He will mute and make contributions. He's a vast businessman, and he will have a lot of things to share. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brothers. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Sorry, I joined in late. I enjoyed the contribution from Michael Okon, and then I joined up while you were concluding the slides. So I'm still processing it because I just came into the house. I'm in Owerri now, I'm not in Lagos.
Okay,
so
thank you,
sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, let's ask Thompson Olo to unmute and speak. His hands is up. Thompson, the floor is yours. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I joined late. I think this is the first time I'm joining. I thank you and those that contributed. Now, my question is this: I found myself in a new environment, and I was brought into the environment because the accounting records have not been properly kept for years. The person, as a finance manager, did not read accounting; she read management. The second in command read management. The third read accounting. But because he found himself in the midst of ladies, they started cooking Indomie, and then he joined them as well. Now, the issue is this: the office is highly politicized. You find out that this person, one Oga brought the person. Then this other one, another Oga brought the person. And then you as a new person, you've studied the system, and then you've seen the fault in the system. And then you introduced, for instance, like proper filing, having documentary evidences to all transactions. And then the person you are managing does not want to key in. And the person reported to higher authority. The higher authority brought the complaint and told you, because this person is this, please do this. How do you handle such situation? Because the people you are supposed to report to are the people that brought this same person that has not been able to do well, because that was the reason why you were brought in to handle such situation. What will you do?
Okay, thank you for that question. Okay, first of all, my first advice will be this, which is very hard advice and very, very difficult advice. First of all, is that you're on your own and you work alone. To ensure quality delivery, you will overwork yourself because you need to now do those things yourself. The things that the junior staff should be doing, they're not doing it. It means you will do it yourself. So that is my first advice, that you need to find a way, strategize to do. You need to have a system that can do that stuff and ensure you have your proper documentation, because when the chips are down, they'll come for you. So you need to find a way on your own. This is something I've done in the past to make your work easy and seamless. You can do the filing, documentations. That is one angle. Second angle is, first of all, is what we'll call management override in system and in controls. If the right environment is not there for controls to work, it can't work. You can't do anything. That is the truth. If those that should ensure compliance, those that should, be governing boards, are not open to that kind of environment, then you can't do much. The much you can do is to ensure that your own parts are covered. Every accountant should have an escape route. Get this, every accountant should have an escape route at all times. For all issues, you must have an escape route. Thirdly, I must say this, is that office needs a session called change management. And it comes from the top. They need to go through what we call change management. You need to find a way to communicate to top management of what is the best practice in things, right? You need to find a way to document those things, right? Do kind of a presentation, either by email or in PowerPoint or in PDF, something that why this change is important, why we should do X, Y, Z, and send it to top management, document it. They may not accept it, but you have documentary evidence that you provided solutions. You came with innovative ideas to change the system. And some people will think that you want to give them more work. So they must understand that what you are bringing is not more work, but rather a way of making their life easier. So again, you have to ensure that you yourself communicate properly well and design a change management strategy that will migrate them from where they are to where they ought to be. It may take you time, okay? It may take you time, but you need to also wet the ground. These guys will think you came to take their job from them. Some people, I've worked in a place where I told the lady, I said, look, I'm not staying here for long. Stop fighting me. I told her. I said, look at me. I'm a professional accountant, chartered, qualified. You know, I have my future ahead of me. This is a pass-through for me. Don't see me as because when I joined them, then I began to get some favor, go for outside jobs, travel so widely, change computers. Once my system is bad, I say, I need a new system. That's scared, they'll give me a new one. So she was not happy with me. So I told her, stop, as in, I will leave here very soon. As I am now, I have all it takes to run my own firm. I told, as it was clear. So, as in, what you need to understand is that some people see that place as their bus stop, as their only job. They can't get another job from there. So they will see you as a threat. You've come to take their job. You've come to expose their weaknesses, their loopholes. So you have to understand that system. And Oga being Oga, who being Oga, who being Oga. You know, you have to know how to now enter that system and bring a gradual change. And change starts from the known to the unknown. What are they used to, first of all? Start from there. How can it be better without giving them extra work? That's the idea. How can it be better without taking their jobs from them? You know, all those things are what you have to document these things. It will take you time. Take you time to analyze the system, drop an approach, a strategy, begin to document solutions to those strategy, and also recommend and show them the benefits to everybody, benefit to the staff, your colleagues, benefit to your subordinates, to your line managers, to the organization itself. What is the benefit they will gain in the long run, and how will it impact on their work culture? Once you do this thing and you submit, give it time. Give it time. They want to trust you. They want to believe you have their back covered. Give it time. Even if they say no, finally, you have a documentation that when the chips are done tomorrow, when there's an audit, you made suggestions, and this is what they've done. I've spoken too much at this point. Who can help me, please? Deliver me from this question.
Ben.
Yes, yes, sir. Go ahead,
Hello,
sir.
Ben. Eh?
Go ahead, sir.
Are you sure you're not confusing Thompson? Thompson, what is important is for you to have that total quality management skill. Just do it right at the first time as a professional. Just do the right thing.
He can consult me later now.
What he has said is that in front, there's problem. At the back, there's problem. So he's in between. Whatever changes he's going to bring, these other guys will not even understand because they are not accountants. They don't understand anything.
Let me explain something again.
Let him just go ahead and do the right thing.
Hold on. So, you know, doing the right thing in a hostile environment can be counterproductive. You know what I'm saying? So the truth is that he has to do the right thing at all times, but also document what he's doing. It's very important because I've been there before. I understand how it happens, right? I've fought battles in the workplace. Okay, you know this one very well. So do the right thing, fine, but document your processes. You know, develop approaches, strategies that will help you in future. It's not easy at all. It's not easy at all, but people need to understand where you are going to and how it will affect their own job positions. Thank you, and over.
There's even a room to look for a new job.
Yes, that's true.
Correct.
Yeah, because your front is blocked, your back is blocked. Where is the tire you're going to use to drive from the side? Because that position, you are number 3 in that office. that particular office, and you've got senior managers who put their brothers and sisters and wives there, that means that they are just there representing. So while you are doing the best you can to escape all the bottlenecks and the loopholes and the broken bottles, be looking for a new job frantically. Please, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I need to conclude this session. Our time is up. There's a poll for you to just make options. Let's evaluate how we are doing on this platform. It's a weekly series. Please, next week, there is no session. Let's celebrate independence next week. let's think about the country. Let the country breathe, you know. So we'll be back upper week. We'll share the flyers for that's the date of the date should be 8th of October. We'll be back with business analysis and intelligence. You know, so let's next week. We're not here next week. So let's conclude these slides and then we'll call it a day and prepare for the week ahead.
Please, how do you vote on this platform?
Can you see the poll? There's a
I can
poll.
see the poll, but we can't vote.
Really?
I can't do anything. It's
Okay.
I think better now.
Okay, those that are co-hosts cannot vote. Let me move you from co-host. Those that are co-hosts can't do anything. That's true. So that's a Zoom thing actually. So you can vote now. Co-hosts cannot vote. Subola cannot vote. Yeah, I think the rest can vote now. So let's conclude and we'll go. We had a wonderful day tonight. I've learned quite a lot and I'm very inspired by Mike's story. Very inspirational story. Now, I won't read all these things, you know. You're just saying that you need to combine soft skills with your hard skills. You know, you can get jobs and clients with hard skills, but to keep those skills, to manage those skills, to keep those clients, to keep that job, to improve, to grow on your job, to get clients, recommend new clients to you, to refer new clients to you, you need both soft and hard skills. Hard skills enough cannot keep you on that job or that client, but you need both combinations. Very important. You know, I don't like someone that is very skilled technically skilled and has no manners, lack character, is not very good at all, right? So you need both skills to keep your job. I would prefer to hire someone that has technical skill that I can improve on or train on, you know, but person has good manners and character than someone that is just full of himself or herself. You know, I know this stuff, but lack manners. So it's very important you understand your own skills. What skills do you have, and how can you use your skills with your customers? You know, you might be a business person, an entrepreneur. You have customers that come to you. You have staff you work with. Some staff are very, very annoying and crazy. How can these skills? So you need to document your own skills, look at them, rehearse them in your head, and work to improve them. And we're still doing, the sky will be at a certain point. Thank you for coming. And over to you, Banale. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone, for joining in today's webinar again. Thank you for your contributions. And please, before you leave, please fill this feedback poll. Please, it's very important so that we can know how we can do this better. Thank you, and happy Independence Day in advance. Enjoy your week. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for always anchoring and for being there. Please take the poll before you go.